Hey guys, this is Steve coming to you again today. I have a little something I want to talk to you about that I feel like is really, really important to your personal happiness and your fulfillment of your own life and your contentment with your own life. You know, if we're not happy, then nothing matters in our lives. We have to learn how to enjoy our lives, our relationships, our vocation, the things that we do every day in our lives are really the things that we need to concentrate on being happy in, because the everyday, mundane, ordinary day is really what your life is mostly made up of, not of the anniversaries and birthdays and Christmas days and all that. It's all the normal, everyday, workaday world days. And there are a couple of things, excuse me, that really set in and take away our happiness. And one of those things is worry. Now, worry is something that people, I believe, have mistakenly used like a badge of honor over the years, and they believe it proves to other people around them that they're concerned and that they are working towards something, but the worry has me stifled, okay? So it shows the intent of action or the intent of approval or whatever the subject matter may be. Because I'm worried about it, I'm doing something. Well, not really. And the only thing you're really doing is you're lying to yourself and telling yourself that I'm doing something about it and it's beneficial, but it's not. It's destructive. It's just the opposite of being beneficial to your life. It's being destructive. And worry is actually just a byproduct of fear. It's when we have fear in our minds and our hearts, we worry. And worry just ruins our lives. It doesn't help anything. Action, on the other hand, productive action toward a goal, can do something. Well, there are a few things you can do. Let me read to you real quickly an excerpt from my book. I've got a book I wrote, Happy Today, Finding Peace and Happiness in the Midst of Your Everyday Life. I want to read an excerpt out of that. By the way, if you'd like a copy, you can get it on Amazon. Just look up my author page, Steve Haverly, author, on Amazon.com. You can get the paperback or the e-version. But let me read a little bit to you from the book. It says, fear may be the ultimate enemy to happiness. It stops us in our tracks. It ruins otherwise good times. Fear is a hidden, unseen attacker. Fear has to be controlled or it will run rampant in our lives, out of control and wreaking havoc. The late President Franklin Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, said in his inauguration speech in 1933, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. We should be afraid of being afraid and take steps in our lives to minimize it, ignore it, and control it. And I want to come to you today with an encouraging word, because worry is not inevitable and fear is not unconquerable. You can take concentrated steps to control your fear. So what I'd like to talk to you about for just a second is what do you do when you're afraid? Well, one of the things you want to do is seek out something that you're afraid of and go and do that thing and conquer that fear. Face your fear and your fear becomes smaller. When you worry, it's just a product of fear. You're afraid of something happening. You're afraid something's not going to happen, so you worry. We have to banish worry and we have to face fear. And actually, one of the best ways to conquer your fear is to do something specific that you're afraid of. Do something that you're afraid to do. Try something that seems too big. And you'll find your fears shrinking and becoming smaller in your lives. That's just a little something for you to think about today. We could talk a lot about fear, but I just want to leave that with an encouraging thought in your mind, is that worry is completely unnecessary. Remember that. And fear is absolutely conquerable. Remember that. That's very important. Okay? Hey, this is Steve Haverly. Go make it a great day.